Hello everyone, and welcome. Lucy and I are out here today because I wanted to talk to you guys about toggles. I saw a video this week put out by Dan Wowack over at Coalcracker Bushcraft, and it gave me an idea for a door closure for the cabin that I can use for now until I actually finish building the front wall and putting a door on it. So stick around. We got out late today, so I'm going to get ready and have lunch, and then we'll go about checking out this toggle. I brought out the Lixada stove, the original first one that I had bought. So I'm going to put this together. That looks semi-straight. Should be good enough for our purposes today. Get the pot supports on. I found a score of a few pine cones that are pretty dry. Hopefully they're dry enough. I'm going to put a piece of charred cloth inside. Now we're going to split this apart, try and get some fine fibers. Place it on a sharp spot on the stone. That's lit and getting very warm. Oh, don't fall apart. And it fell apart. So we'll have to try that again and try not to drop it this time. There we go. Now we'll stick that in with the pine cones. We'll get some very small twigs in there. Move that away before I set fire to it. And again, it didn't light on the first go because I dropped it, but that just goes to show that things don't always go according to plan. Look at today, for example. I got all ready to come out here. I was excited to leave. I was hurrying up, packed everything up, threw everything in the car, and away I went. Came walking down the hill here and realized my tripod is still sitting at home. Luckily, the case I bought for my phone has a little bit of a prop stand on the back. So I've got it hooked on the chair right now. So we may get a few weird angles today. Lesson learned. Double check, make sure you have everything. I have my Stanley cook pot and a bottle of water. I'm going to pour that in there. I'm going to grab the lid and we're going to get that water to a boil. Twist the key ring just a little bit so it stays up. I bought these Wise Company ready to go meals. This is teriyaki chicken and rice. But I like to keep a few of these handy. Every time we go out, I pack whatever food we're going to eat for the time we're gone. But I always throw a couple of extra of these meals in the bag. Something happens, there's an accident on the highway on the way home, we can't get through, whatever. We're not going to starve to death. We have extra food. I always carry a couple of these. Now, I've had these for about 2 years now. So I decided I'm going to eat a few of them, get rid of them, and buy new. They last forever. The expiry date on this one is April 23rd, 2035. They last a long time. But I like to change them over and replenish and keep them semi-fresh. We'll bring this water to a boil and then we'll cook our lunch. So now we've got the water at a full boil. For these meals, you just open it up. There's usually a, yeah. This is not a flavor packet. That's just to keep it dry, so you got to get rid of that. Put that in the garbage. It says to add 2 cups of boiling water, which equals out to just under a full water bottle. So we'll pour that in there. Leaving a little bit behind. Close the zipper. I like to move them around a little bit to sort of stir them up, make sure everything gets wet. And then you set it aside and let it sit for about 15 minutes or so. I'm going to throw a bit more wood in here and boil some more water and make a cup of tea. So, because my chair is now my tripod, I'm sitting on my splitting stump. Here's the stick that I want to use to make my toggle. So while I'm waiting for the food, I'm going to start cleaning off this stick, getting all the bark off. Anne stayed home today. She's got a really bad case of the spring cleaning flu. She's been cleaning it. When I left, she was cleaning out the closet. Yesterday, I had to work, and when I came home, she had cleaned all the windows, cleaned all the casings around the windows, cleaned the entire bathroom, washed the floor in there, washed the tub. And today she wanted to stay home and finish up. She wants to get the closet done and a few other things. But she wanted me out of the house and out of the way while she's cleaning, so works out perfect for me. Now, I'm only going to use about this much as a toggle. I'm leaving the rest on for now as something for me to hold on to while I go with the next step. When I've seen this done, they usually have a Swiss Army knife with a wood awl on it or something to carve out the hole. Well, I don't have one. I do, however, have this drill, which I don't very often get to use. For this to work, I need a hole through the toggle just big enough for a piece of paracord to go through. And there's our hole. Now I'm just going to carve around the edges a little. This way it'll have less tendency to split. And there we have it. So, water's hot. I'm going to fill my cup for some tea. Set that aside. While that's steeping, sit on my stump, and let's check on this food. Oh yeah, that's rehydrated nicely. I need to get a longer spoon. I'm gonna have to buy one of these days, just so that I can reach into the bottom of these bags. But look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Yeah. That's going to be a delicious lunch. I'm going to tear the bag open a little bit. Ah. Who needs a longer spoon? All you need is to roll the bag back. Now I can get in there easily. All right, I'll see you after lunch, and I'll show you how we're going to finish off that toggle.
I spotted this little guy getting a free preview of me filming this video. I wonder if he's going to subscribe.
So once again, Mother Nature throws a monkey wrench into my plans. They were calling for rain this evening, early this evening, or very late this afternoon. It's 20 after 1. I just finished eating. and the rain started. So I got everything in here in the cabin where it's going to stay dry. Hopefully there's enough light in here you can see me. So what we need now is a long enough chunk of paracord. Luckily, whenever I'm coming to the cabin here, I always have a roll of paracord in my bag. Yep, that's right, Lucy. I put a nice rubber-backed blanket on the ground so that you can lay down on. And what do? Really roll around in the mud behind it and lay down there instead. Typical. Now, when I watched Dan do this, it basically acts as a cinch strap. And what he was using it for was, you could roll up your sleeping bag, you could roll up a blanket, you could roll up whatever you wanted. You could make 2 of these and lay them out on the ground, put a bunch of sticks over them, and then tighten them both up and use it as a carrying handle. There's all kinds of uses. But that's what gave me the idea of trying to use it to keep the door closed at the cabin here. Because right now, it's just a tarp with a stick tied to it, and I just wrap it around the corner and hope it stays. I keep dropping my toggle. Now, he ties a nice bowline knot so that he gets a loop at the end of his string. Here's what I do. I just fold it over in half, tie a knot in it. Why? Because I don't plan on taking this out. This is going to be to close the cabin door for the summer, because the snow's almost all gone. Very soon, the mosquitoes are going to get crazy out down here. When the snow melts, there's a hollow just over the rise here, and the water tends to pool in there and stay there. Takes a long time before it goes away, which means down here, tons of mosquitoes. So usually as soon as the mosquitoes start, we stop coming here. Then let the toggle hang loose and just tie plain old knot at the end of it as a stopper, just so that when I take it apart to unlock the door, I'm not going to lose my toggle. I might even tie a second one just to make it a little bit bigger. And now, there's no way that toggle's going anywhere. How I normally close the door is I bring my stick around, and then I have a longer stick here, and I stick it in the hole and inside the cabin, and then I hope that the wind doesn't knock it away. After seeing this toggle trick, I thought, what a neat idea. I wonder if it would work. I'm going to wrap the loop around here, and then I can bring this closed and wrap the loop behind here. So here's my loop. Bring it around. Now let's see if this is going to work. You put the toggle through while leaving the tail end through the loop. And then as you tighten it up, you're essentially cinching it. And now what it's doing is the two pieces of paracord are cinching behind the toggle. Let me show you. Loosen it off. Now, take it apart. Okay, put your toggle through. Now, this paracord and this paracord get pushed together, and then as I pull, the paracord holds on itself. And now, that is tight. That is not going to go anywhere. And I could always tie just a quick slip knot to hold it in place. When I want to undo it, pull out the slip knot, twist the toggle through, and it's done. Look at how tight that is. That's awesome. Now I can close the cabin door whenever I leave, and it's going to stay closed. I don't worry about the wind blowing it open anymore. So that should be fantastic. So the rain has slowed down to a light drizzle for now, but it's supposed to come in quite a bit harder a little bit later. I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. Now I know I can close this door pretty tight before I leave. So I think I'm going to relax and have my cup of tea, and then slowly pack up and head for home. So once again, thanks for coming along. We always love having you along with us. It's been a great afternoon. And we appreciate all the views, the likes, the comments. We want to thank you for that. And thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.